Climo Disc Golf. Discover your inner champion. Welcome to this in-depth disc review of King Climo's 3 new prototype discs. He's got a putter, a mid-range, and a driver. They all feel incredible. I could not wait to get my hands on these to see if Discraft has made a new plastic or several new plastics, or if it was the same old, same old. I'm very happy to report that these are a bit grippier and unique plastics. All 3 feel slightly different. They all feel incredible. So let's talk about that. Then I'll show you some profiles, and then I'll take them to the field, throw them at different speeds on different angles, see how they might fly for you, and stay tuned to the end to see if any of these make the bag. So let's dive right in by talking about the plastic. My favorite feeling plastic is their driver, which is very grippy. It's kind of soft and flexible. You can kind of get your thumb into it. So it feels like you can easily get a really nice snug grip. I would compare it to like a K1 Castoplast plastic, or maybe a K1 Soft. Yeah, it feels very like a K1 Soft, a little firmer than a K1 Soft from Casta, which is amazing plastic. I should also say this is like a grippier star for Innova people that know Innova very well. The driver feels like a really nice grippy star plastic. So premium plastic, nice and grippy driver, feels incredible. Nothing like I felt Discraft make before. On to the mid-range. It looks like ESP and it feels kind of like ESP plastic, but it's a little softer. You can kind of get your thumb into it a little bit. Yeah, mostly resembles ESP with a little bit of extra grip to it. And the putter is mostly like Discraft's typical putter blend, but a little denser, maybe a little bit more premium feeling, but it's nice and grippy. Feels great, like it feels comfortable in the hand, and it would hit the chains and grip the chains and be a good putter to find its way into the bottom of the basket. So very happy with the feel of the plastics. All right, so the putters, Ken Climo has mentioned in an interview, it's kind of like a mix between a KC AVR and a P1X.
I kind of went with a cross between a KC AVR and a P1X. Is kind of what this is. It's like it's like a cross between them, like the best of both of them.
And if you look at the profiles, this is a Yeti Pro AVR. It looks very similar, very similar. So yeah, you're gonna get kind of an AVR feeling beaded putter here, but the plastic feels great. For the mid-range, the Belaire, he says in that same video that it's kind of like a Rock X3.
It feels a lot like, reminds me of a Rock X3, kind of.
A little bit.
A little bit. See what you did.
Unfortunately, I don't have a Rock X3. I have a Rock here, which the Belaire is more, it's got a blunter edge here. It's flat and blunter, but the tops and bottoms are very similar. So it's kind of Rock-esque. It's got a bigger bead, a little bit bigger bead, which makes it feel more comfortable in the hand for me, whereas the Rock wants to kind of cut into my fingers more. The thinner bead feels like it kind of digs in to my pointer finger more. And finally, the driver compared to a 12-time Wraith. Here's the 12-time Wraith, King Climo Wraith, compared to the Skyway, and they're similar. There's more of a concave curved underhook on the bottom of the Wraith, which makes me feel like it'll be more overstable at the very end of its flight. And there's a bit more dome. So the measurements online on the PGA approved are very similar. Same rim width, same everything, except for it's a bit taller. It's got more dome overall. And then, yeah, you can see the shape. It's a little straighter underneath the edge of the on the rim. where it might not it might have more of a pushing forward fade as opposed to like a hooking up fade. So I think just based on looks, it's gonna be a little bit less stable than a Wraith and get you more of a forward finish, maybe even more distance.
These things are really juicy flyers. They sizzle.
I also like to show you the comparison next to my Discmania DD, which I think it's even more similar than the Wraith. It's an 11.6 -3.2, and I think it's going to fly more like this, like a cheat code bomber. I think you're going to get some awesome distance out of this driver. So yeah, excited to head to the field to see how they fly.
All right, super excited to be here at the field at my local course, Brook Run Park here in Atlanta, Georgia. Not the best course, not the most highly rated, because some of the fairways on the back aren't really fairways. They're just kind of spray and pray through some trees. But nonetheless, it's my local course where I play most often, and my best so far is 2 under par. So if I can beat 2 under par, that's really saying a lot for these discs. And I do not like beaded stuff at all. So if I do, I will have to bag these for a year. That's kind of my punishment. So I'm going to do the best I can, give it an honest try to beat my score, because I'm competitive, of course, and I always want to beat my score. So we'll see how these can do, but we'll get a lot of different shot shapes. Hopefully get you helpful for you to see how these might fly for you if you want to consider bagging them yourself. So let's get started. Hole 1 and hole 10. Hole 1 is 157 feet to that white basket there. You can see the blue basket is just in line with those trees, 230 feet. So first we're going to go a little touch forehand with the mid-range on some hyzer, little stand up. Nice, I like that. Absolutely parked under the pin. Now on a forehand, the Skyway's got some, it really wants to stand up, so I got to put a lot of hyzer on this. Try to get a skip off the bank. They put some new trees there to block my way, so inside, hug those trees, a lot of hyzer. Oh, couldn't get enough hyzer, too high, but got a probably 40-footer from there. Okay, you can see here the Belaire is absolutely parked under the basket. Easy birdie. So that's 1 under par. Skyway, I've got a little putt through these trees. So it's about 50 feet. Oh. Unfortunately, pulled it right and hit the tree. Got a little help from the tailwind to drop that at the last second. Almost hit the band high, but we're 1 under par. These two are 2 of the easier holes on the course, so I'd like to be 2 under par here, but new putter, injury on my finger, not a bad start. All right, so for hole 2 and 11, which are both par 4s, there's some kids playing soccer, so I'm just gonna throw from here, make them both par 3s. I don't think you can see the blue basket, but it's a good 300 feet, kind of straight along those the pathway. So we're gonna go with the low mid-range shot here towards the white basket. Probably gonna throw it like a putter with a fan grip. Keep it low, straight at it. Oh, not low. Nice. That was a good kick off of the tree, just kind of nicked it and kept going. Now for the hyzer flip long, this actually may be 350 feet. It's pretty far. We're gonna go kind of straight down the path. Hopefully you'll have a good angle of how much it can flip up here on 350 foot shot. Stands up, turns, comes back. That's putting. I think it's about 20 or 30 short. All right, I thought that this got more of a forward kick towards the basket. But for your reference, coming on down this path, there's the blue basket. All right, unfortunately, a pretty long putt here, a 60-footer. I'll give it a soft bid, but try to keep it close. Little Annie, this thing's a pretty overstable little putter. Little step putt. Settle in. Well, get up. All right. We only got a 28-footer here with the Skyway. Need this to go 2 under. Oh, low out of the hand the whole way. I knew it. All right, so we've got 257 feet to the white basket there on the left, and 341 feet to the blue basket. Both par 3, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to shoot, since I have limited disc here, I'm gonna take the forehand gap on the left to try to birdie the white basket, and then just play for position with the mid-range up the middle gap and play for par. This one's got a lot of flip up, so if I can get to this left gap, flip up more, get lucky. Wow, that got lucky, but I thought it was gonna flip up more. I guess because it's uphill, it didn't flip up as much. Should have been more mindful of that. All right, for the Belaire, just nice flat through the gap. Oh, early release. I had a fan grip, which I'm not used to. Hey, but it got up there, so we can probably salvage par from there. Okay, well, the Skyway pushed way up here. I'm gonna go ahead and putt it first. But you can see kind of what the field looks like. This one, oh, this is tough. Oh, right into the tree. Yeah, not good at those little Annie putts. Plus this thing is pretty overstable. So, wasn't expecting to make that. Gotta make this one. Easy 20-footer. Not too easy because I'm not used to recording, so I felt a little bit of pressure. I like it. Now we're gonna backtrack for the upshot here. I think I probably want to use the Belaire. I'm not good at throwing beaded putters, that's for sure. I think a little hyzer with this one. There it is, under the basket. Ooh. Not too shabby. That'll be a tap in. Left just a tad of meat on the bone, about a 12-footer. It's interesting with the beaded, so I don't putt with a beaded putter, but it is interesting that the way I hold it with my finger on the rim, it kind of makes it more nose down. So it's something to keep in mind. I heard Ricky Wysocki say he likes beaded putters for fighting the wind. So this might be something I consider putting in the bag if it's gonna be a really windy day. I don't know, I have to experiment more with it. All right, we've got 243 feet to this white basket around this pavilion up on a hill with a slope on both sides. And the blue basket is 328 feet. So I'm gonna go forehand both here. I normally just throw like, you know, a felon, which is like a firebird, hard and straight, and then it kind of fades over to the right. But what I'm gonna do here is finesse the Belaire around this pavilion with a lot of hyzer. Oh no, flipped up. not nearly enough hyzer. I was hoping since I powered down, it would be able to fade over, but I needed to put it up in the air more. I was not thinking. Used to that Firebird play where I throw it straight and it does the work for me, but bad shot. Here we're gonna go just left of this tree and see if we can get a forehand all the way down there, 328 feet downhill. Too low, get off the bank. Oh no, I skipped off the bank. It turned a little more than I thought. Should have put a tad more hyzer, but probably a 80 footer. I'm new at this. I just realized my energy's been off. I've been getting over a cold all week, and I'm gonna step it up here. I wanna play lights out. I wanna beat my score. I wanna play awesome. I wanna think better about the shots, putting more air under it. So we're gonna run it here. This is a death putt, but I'm gonna make it for you guys for the entertainment purposes. Oh, come back. Pretty easy, straddle out. Not even 10 footer. Hey, it's worth the run. This gravel helps slow it down. It was kind of a soft bid. Now the Skyway skipped off the top of the hill. Hopefully you're in frame, but same thing. I'm gonna try to throw it in here. I need these. Oh, okay. Almost pin high. Would have fought back if I had a touch more hyzer on it. 65 footer. No, not even 55 footer. There it is, go in. Oh, dang, I thought that was it. I thought that was it. All right, we are still 1 down, which I like to be 3, maybe 4 down, because some of the holes remaining are spray and pray. There's not really a fairway for the next blue basket. There is, however, a par 4. There's 2 par 4s, which are easy birdies. So that's good. Really, I'm gonna need some champ luck. Some 12-time world champ luck. All right, hole 5 and I guess 14. The blue basket is way up there, 318 feet. But you see there's no really fairway. There's a bunch of trees here. The fairway is off to the left, which I like to do something very overstable and just forehand it. You can get a 30 or 40 footer for the white basket that way. It's even a hard upshot from there, but just setting up the hole for you. That's what it looks like. All right. We are gonna power down on the Skyway and play for a little bit of a skip towards the basket. I just gotta hug this tree, 40% power, a lot of hyzer. Actually, let's play it up in the air so it has time to stall out. More time to not hit those back trees. Oh, I knew I would stall it off, but get lucky. That probably worked out better than I could have hoped. There's a little champ luck we needed. Now, for this one, I mean, I've never hit that gap. So we are going to, let's finesse a putter here. I want to see how this flies on a real light, just kind of flick up airspace. Hook it around the tree, not bad. Nice and airy. Land in the middle of the fairway. Oh, fought back pretty far right. It's kind of a deeper putter, so it had some air under it and kind of sailed back too far to the right. But we'll see what we got from there. All right, so there's the blue basket. It's gonna be tight, but we'll see what we got. I kind of like this challenge because I am normally a 80, 90%, 100% power kind of thrower. I throw a berg super hard. So this is something different for me to power down, and it's good practice. We're gonna power down on the Belaire and try to hit this gap straight at it. No, too early. Too early. That could have been nice. If I'd have thrown that flatter, it might have actually had a little bit of turn, or I just a little too early. All right, here's a birdie putt. We need this one. We're gonna be smart here. I owe it to you guys. Play well. Take the extra. And sink the putt. Yes! All right, we're 2 under, which we needed because I'm probably about to bogey here. All right, there's the orange one. I'm gonna zoom in a hair so you can see me sink this putt. Oh, come back, too far. Way too far. Okay, well, I didn't hit that putt, but we're still 1 under par, so we still have a chance. As long as we get some of that champ luck on the back. All right, we made it to hole 6 and hole 15. 335-foot par 3 down this fairway to the right. Normally I'll do a forehand to get a putt at it, but so you guys can see how these fly, I'm gonna open it up. Just try to get down the fairway pin high with the Belaire. And then pin high is 418 feet, par 4 to the blue basket. An eagle would be huge. Let's go with the mid-range here. Just try to do it nice and straight down the fairway. Flat release, should have integrity to hold pretty straight, 300, 330 feet. Nice and straight, fight out at the end. Yeah, pin high, right at 320 feet. All right, now something similar, a touch of hyzer for the Skyway, pushing the left a little bit more. Flip more. Oh, a little too nose up. Yeah, too nose up, but that's out there. That's only about probably 350, 360, because it was too nose up. Had I had it nose down, got a full flight, we'd have had an eagle look. But you can see, you know, it's not super flippy, but it's not like a race, not crazy overstable. I really like the Skyway, nice controllable, great 11 speed. Probably will make the bag. I actually like the mid-range, even though it's a bead. If I like the feel more, it flies great. And power down, it's been nice. All right, so for reference, there's the Belaire, and the Skyway's right in front of that tee pad. Here's the white basket, there's the blue basket. We're gonna go with the little forehand flick finesse. See if we can throw it in. Ooh, a little short. Ooh, barely sat in there. All right, so we stay at 1 under. We're gonna try the same thing since I just did a little forehand flick. Up in this airspace a little bit more hyzer. Crash in, let's get lucky. Oh, way too wide. Good up though. Tap in for the birdie. Means 2 under with 7, 8, 9, and their long blue baskets. All right, hole 7, my nemesis hole. 295 feet to the white basket, 360 through all this dense woods to the blue basket. White basket is right there. So, yeah, this is where we need the champ luck. If we can get through here without taking a huge number, then we'll be doing all right. Nice, get a skip, get on this edge. Oh, that just went so straight, it never fought back for a skip. Well, I hit the gap, but too straight. All right, I guess we're gonna forehand the Belaire. Same gap. More hyzer. Oh. Yikes. Yikes. Well, hey, at least there's a fairway now. There's a fairway. I can't get all the way there, but we'll see what we can do. Ah. Ah. Oh well. This hole sucks. And I don't know if you can see that little sliver of the blue baskets poking out behind that tree, but that's what we're going for. Dead straight. Settle under the basket. Oh, come on. And you can see why 2 under is my best score out here on this course, is because of this hole, these holes. All right, like an inchworm, we are inching our way up there. We'll try the putter since the Belaire has not been working. Actually, we use the Belaire because I need to putt this one. There it is. Please. Thank goodness. All right. Let's get a birdie putt here to counter the double. Oh, too much Annie. Ooh, way too much Annie. Oh, not too bad. Oh. Blinked right before I putted. Thought I was gonna miss. All right, so that's par. Leaving us at 2 under, but that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is for double bogey. Therefore, we're at even, meaning I have to birdie at least 2 of the last 4 holes. All right, here's what we're looking at for hole 8 and 17. When we come through this long fairway, you'll see we kind of get to get lucky with those trees. I can do a placement shot to this blue basket here. This is a par 4 on the blue one. All right, so for hole 8 and hole 17, these are good holes. They're just tough. Well, I guess hole 17 is a par 4, so it's not too tough. 387 for the blue basket all the way straight back. Only 287 for the white basket, but it's really protected by a ton of trees at the end of the fairway. So you really need to go dead straight. My normal play is like a 9-speed neutral that I'll just try to finish about the right power at the basket. But with this 11-speed Skyway, I'm gonna throw it a touch higher, really hard, and then hopefully it'll go straight, stall out, and maybe that coming in at an angle might be a good play to try to fight back towards the white basket. We need at least 2 birdies to tie. I'd be happy. 3 out of the next 4 to bag these for a year. So first up, the Skyway, nice and straight, a little bit high in the air. Oh, turn, get off it. Oh, please get lucky. So good. So good. Sneaky putt through the back for birdie there. All right, this one, just a placement shot. Slight Annie. See how it fights out, only 80% power, fan grip. Just wanted to settle in the middle of the fairway. No, too much Annie. Nice. We are scrambling. Say goodbye to that birdie from there. All right, first time I've been long of the basket on this hole. It got sneaky, must have just came right through this gap here. 25 footer for the birdie. Stay up. Nice. All right, now we're gonna backtrack and find the Belaire. I'm gonna need this one to scramble, I think. Okay, we are in absolute jail here. It's a ton of little thin stuff. I could just pitch out here to the fairway, but I think what I'm gonna do is pick a gap in the sky and see if I can't get over in the open over there. I'm just going for this tight window, super high. Hit it, got it, nice. Actually, I know you couldn't see, but that actually worked out great. We're gonna do a little forehand flick up and around this tree. Aye. Nope. I was worried about the people. Didn't want to push it too close to them. Long putt. Almost an inch higher. An inch higher. All right, last 2 holes, and then stay tuned for my thoughts on my final thoughts on these discs. 205. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set you up for watching the ace, if I can get an ace. Early release, get lucky. Early release. All right, now for the forehand, Skyway. Just slight hyzer, get a full flight. Turn more. Oh. Dang. Didn't turn it enough. That actually had some integrity. I threw it kind of flat and it held flat. Maybe slight hyzer and popped up. I thought it would turn a little bit more, but it was a little too high in the air, a little too nose up for that reason. And it didn't quite get the turn to go around these trees. However, these discs are solid. So as I finish up here, I will give you my final thoughts. If you like beaded stuff, this is good. The plastic's good, it's grippy, it's durable. I've hit trees, it's held up really well. Really good plastic. I like that it's not the same. Here, let's go with the birdie putt here. Keep our hopes alive for a throw in. Yeah, the putter's nice. I just don't like beaded stuff personally. Little wind picking up finally, a little tailwind will drop it. Stay up. Oh, dropped it way more than I thought. And looks like we're probably gonna shoot even par. The mid-range is solid. The weight in the rim makes it nice for just doing some little flicks. You know, the bead will help it hold up and keep its flight characteristics for a while. If you like a rock, give this one a try. How in the world? Just gotta play it for par. Nice little drop in. Stay. All right, so what did we learn today? Well, this went better than I expected because I cannot throw, or I thought I couldn't throw beaded stuff. I didn't throw it great, but I didn't slaughter it because I use fan grip with it, which I didn't have before. I used to just power grip everything, which doesn't really work out for beaded stuff, but with the fan grip, trying to get the power right, it was okay. So for my final thoughts, as I mentioned, I don't like beaded stuff, but these were all decent discs. I mean, this went way better than I expected to shoot par. Not too bad. I really like the Skyway. It's pretty neutral. It's got a little bit of turn, but it kind of seems to go right into the fade for nice kind of consistent S's, easy for shot shaping. So this one I'm gonna put in the bag. I don't bag race. I like to go with destroyers. but this is a more controllable 11 speed that I might actually find some use for. For slightly long, I love 9 speeds, but for slightly longer, this could be a go-to. Pretty neutral, slightly overstable for me, 11 speed. So this one is making the bag. The other two aren't just because of the bees, but they're great. I like this kind of blunt rim on the rock. It makes it look like the weight is more in the outer side of it, and it's good and comfortable for little flicks, little approaches. It was a good experiment for me to power down on some discs I wouldn't normally throw some shots I wouldn't normally throw. So I had a good time. Hopefully some of these flights helped you figure out whether or not you might want to try them out. But all really good discs, good plastic. I'm super excited that they're coming out with new stuff. This is slicker. Ken Climo in a recent video mentioned there's a gummier. There's going to be a stiffer putter. There's going to be a little bit of a gummier type of plastic, I think, than this slick kind of ESP feeling mid-range. So look for more of those. He said the Osprey is a prototype. I think he said a 10 speed. So they're going to be coming out with some more good stuff, but the plastic is quality, the discs are quality, and I would recommend the Skyway. If you throw around 300, 350, I probably max out about 350. Tech Disc says I can throw a T-Bird 400 feet sometimes when I really get into it, but that's after I've warmed up, thrown it into a net a dozen times. So really working on my form and distance before I really push these and max these out, but very controllable for about 300, 350 feet of power. You'll find some consistent shot shapes with the Skyway, and I would recommend if you like a rock or an AVR, yeah, try these. The plastic's great. They are durable. They fly great, nice and stable, you know, not very overstable, but good and dependable disc. So yeah, I really enjoyed trying them out. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and leave comments on future video ideas for me if you will, because I'm new at this, and all the ideas would be greatly appreciated. Thanks. Have a blessed day.